Hello, hello. Hey guys. I feel like Slim Shady right now. Guess who's back? We found a good reason to be back. Let me go ahead and tell you guys a little bit about what I've been up to in the sense of why I'm back. I think I owe it to you guys. But at the same time, we're not going to focus too much about that, but I'm just happy to be back and give you guys some value, which is some of my favorite things, some of the things that I like to do the most, to be able to give back no matter what I'm up to and what I'm doing. I feel like if I give you guys at least a snip of, in this case, motivation, right? But it could be personal development, how to set goals, things on leadership, how to deal with depression, those different types of things, right? Or when we go into spirituality, it means a lot to me to be able to give you guys some of that, because I feel that has helped me so much in life. For everything, every department, my family, my spirituality, my businesses, my job, my work, as a dad with my kids, it helps me so much, and I feel like it gives me answers. It gives me answers to questions that we all ask ourselves. It gives me answers to things, right? And we're able to find solutions, which I think is super important. Super important, guys. So I just want to share with you guys about the motivation. I want to share with you guys what is motivation, and then I want to tell you why I want to talk about this, right? I just mentioned a little bit about that, and then how will this whole little life work. Okay, so I've been pretty busy, as you guys know. I have a full-time job. I work 10 hours a day. And I really like to leave time for my home, my family, and those other things I love in my life, right? Work isn't everything. I also practice the spirituality, and that takes a really good amount of my time, which I'm super happy with. At the same time, you know that I'm an entrepreneur, you know that I'm a business person, you know that I work alongside my wife and I support her as much as I can, because we believe that business is essential. So yes, I'm still doing a lot of those things. I have been, looking for opportunities, and I'll be talking to you guys at some other time about that. But there is a new opportunity that arrived in my life, and I will be sharing that with you guys. But that's not what today's video is about. So you're gonna have to stay tuned if you want to hear more about that. I just want to tell you guys that, you guys see me on Facebook. I just haven't been going live, and I haven't been sharing with you guys like I used to about motivation, leadership, and growth and things like that. But I do share with you guys personally on Messenger. I know that many of you know me, many of you know how I am, and many of you know me personally. So you can say that, yes, we have conversations, because I'm always ears for you guys. If you reach out to me, I am happy to take time out of my day to make time for you, because I think that is the most wonderful thing we can do for another person, is to give them time, right? Some people give you money, some give you food, some give you shelter, but giving time is very important as well, right? Because time is money, like they say. A lot of us are so busy, right? We always say we're busy, we don't have time. So I think it's important. It's a nice gesture, it's a nice gift to actually care for other people and give them some time. So know that if you reach out to me with anything, that I can give you time. So I know a lot of you guys, we talk on Messenger, or different things, whatever it is that I know that I can share with you guys, I'm happy to do so. So anyways, enough of that. Let me just go into really quick what I want to share with you guys today. So all I'm sharing about in this video, this quick video, I'm gonna try to make it as quick as I can, 10 minutes or so. It's gonna be about motivation. So I appreciate you guys joining. I'm gonna talk about what is motivation and why it's so important, and how does motivation work. And how it's gonna work is that you can write down in your comments your opinion of motivation and what motivates you, so whoever sees that can get a little glimpse into, okay, that is motivation. That's an example of motivation that can motivate them. Maybe that can help me be motivated as well. So put it in the comments, and that way people know that they could be more than one motivation in their lives. Okay. And sorry if I'm a little bit rough, because it's been a while since I gone live. I'm super comfortable talking to people that I don't know, one-on-one or in person. I feel like going live it's a whole different beast. Anyways, so what is motivation? I took here a few little notes before this live, because I like to have some sort of organization, right? I like to things flow. There's a lot of what do you call it, information stored in our brain all the time. Like, we hear it, we study it, we know it, and then but it comes at time where all of a sudden you got to explain it, and all of a sudden we need to become some sort of teacher, right? And that's why they get paid for, and they're professionals, right? Because they get all the training on how to organize this beautiful information. So I'm going to try to do that, in my own little way right now. So what is motivation? I wrote down motivation. To me, it's simply put, it's a reason to keep going. Motivation, or your motivation, or a motivation, is your reason to keep going. Very simple. So let's identify that. Sometimes they tell you, I think you lack motivation. Okay, what does that mean? Well, maybe you're lacking a reason to keep going, right? So that can apply to different things. Like, do I keep going in this relationship? Do I keep going in this job? Do I keep going in this business? Do I keep working out, or doing this diet, or pursuing fitness? We are going to lose motivation, and that's the reason why I'm making this video. Okay, so what happens when we lose motivation, right? And this is the thing, that you can have more than one motivation. So the more motivation that you have, for you not to lose the will to keep going, the better. So what happens when we lose motivation? I try to be proactive, and I try to focus on the solutions all the time, and not just the problem. I know that I'm going to lose motivation from time to time, but I also know that I have tools that I can use to help me. And we'll get to that part towards the end. So what happens once we lose it? We lose motivation. It's like we're a vehicle that ran out of fuel. If you want to put it simple, it's motivation is your reason to keep going. And what happens to a car when it runs out of gas? You lose fuel, you can no longer go. So what do you normally do when you run out of gas, or when you're about to, right? How many people, I've been seeing a lot of like this post is like, oh, one of the worst things an adult can do is put gas in the morning. What does that mean? You know how we're like, let's say we're getting home from a long day of work, or we went out for dinner, and then we look like, you know what? I need gas, but I'm super tired. I don't want to go put gas right now. I'm going to put gas tomorrow in the morning, right? Let's say you wake up at 4, 5, 6 in the morning, and you're like, oh crap, I got to go put gas. And then you're like rushing to the gas station and rushing to work. So that's what that means. But anyways, let's just say, when you see that your car is running out of gas, you're going to go put gas. So that's what we need to do to our motivation. When we lose motivation to keep going, it's like a car that ran out of gas, right? So maybe we cannot stop that. But we can deal with it, we can work on it, and we can fix it just the same way that we are able to put gas in a car, right? So what do we do with a vehicle? We go for a refill. So what we want to do is we want to identify the problem. What is the reason, or why am I losing motivation? There's different reasons, right? So let's talk about a few. So, are we not in love anymore? So for example, if you're losing motivation in your relationship, or a job, or a career, am I not in love with this anymore? Do I not love this anymore? And I know this can be tough, but you gotta ask these questions to yourself. We gotta use that self-talk, and really ask yourself those questions, and see how you feel, because you gotta find out if maybe you're not in love anymore. So can we fix that? Am I bored? Am I bored at my job? Am I bored of the sport, of this game? Am I bored of doing the same thing over and over? How can I change it? How can I adjust it? How can I make it more interesting, right? Am I distracted? Are we distracted? Is that why I'm losing motivation? Because I'm just being distracted? There's a lot of things going on. So now all of a sudden it's affecting me, and I'm losing, I'm getting distracted. I'm losing the motivation in what I need to do, right? For example, Have we plateaued? How many people understand that? Let's say you work at a job and you started from the bottom, and all of a sudden you scaled up and you scaled up and you scaled up, and all of a sudden you're stuck at this position. It could be high, you can be the boss or the boss's assistant, but let's just say there's another position above, right? Let's just say that, right? So let's say you plateau. Plateau means you reach this level where you can't keep growing. And that's one of the issues with jobs, where you reach this place where like you can't go above, right? Like next thing for you to do is to own the place, right? So that can make you lose motivation to keep going to work, to keep growing, to giving your 100%, because you're no longer that interested, right? Because human beings are naturally meant to continue growing and evolving and changing, right? That is our nature. So it's super important that we recognize what is helping us lose this motivation. Another one is, are we depressed? Depression is real, and depression happens. It happens. It's almost like a way of life, in a way where everybody's gonna suffer through these different emotions, and different reasons why we have to go through depression. But we can definitely get over it. We can definitely overcome it. We can definitely beat it. But we definitely need to use tools. We need to use methods to get us out of there. We need to get out of our comfort zone, reach out, and really try to do something completely crazy and different, that's going to snap you out from that boredom, that depression, the sadness, the thinking, and not seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. So another thing is like, and what does it mean to be depressed? Depressed to me means like you lost the will to continue going. And even though like some of us may go to a depression for a day or two, and it's just a little bit, I'm like, come on, I didn't really lose my will to continue. What are you talking about? Don't be so dramatic. It's not that bad. But for that space and time, for that little moment, for that minute, you lost the will to continue going, and that's called depression. So even if it happens for a second, that's what it is. You lost your motivation. Motivation is like the word moving. So in order for you to continue moving, you have to have fuel, energy, a desire, a want, a goal, a reason to, right? So there's different things that motivate you. So it can be something like happiness can be a motivation, true love, growth, family, money, health. Like, why do people work out? Oh, because they want to be fit. Or why do people eat a certain way? Because I want to be healthy. I want to live to a long age, and I don't want to be sick. There's those being proactive. That's your motivation for doing what you gotta do. So sometimes you have to sacrifice the dessert or the extra sugar or the soda, because you're trying to live a certain way. That's your goal, right? So you have a motivation of why you do what you do. Another thing is that, okay, why am I working on this relationship, or why do I have this relationship? Oh, because my motivation is happiness. It's not being alone. It's unity. It's having someone to love you, someone to wake up next to. That's your motivation. It helps you. It makes you happy, right? Why am I working this business? Why am I starting this business? And how hard can it be? I don't know what to do. How do I start? I'm insecure. I'm scared. What's gonna happen? Are people gonna support me? All these things go through our head when we start our business, right? So we need a motivation. What's more important than the fear? Oh, well, I want to be able to travel the world. So for that, first of all, I need flexible schedule. I need time freedom, right? I need to make money. And if I just work for somebody for the rest of my life, I might not make enough money to be able to do all that and accomplish those dreams and goals. I'm thinking big, right? So you need to have different jobs. So how many jobs is it going to take for you to make that money? Well, that's why people have something called passive income, or residual income, which means that you get paid for doing something once. I do something once and I continue to get paid for it. That's, for example, residual income. It's like having passive income where you're able to make money while you're sleeping. You're here sleeping, but somebody purchased something from your link, or somebody purchased something from your website, or somebody sent you a message and they want to buy something from you, and you're at the movies. So that's you making money while you're having fun. So there are many different ways for you to get ahead in life and to accomplish those goals, right? But why do we do that? Because we have a motivation, right? We have a motivation to keep going. um so there's different types of motivation. Another one is family. I want to reunite my family. I have family in another country that I need to bring back together, but I need the income. Another motivation is, oh, I want my kids to be the best that they can be. I want to pay for their college, or I want to give them a good example that business is the way to go. So everybody has different motivations. Please type in the comments your motivation so the rest of the people can see, and we can all learn what motivates you, so we can put that into perspective. Now, to end this video, I want to talk to you guys about some tools, right? Because we discovered the problem. We're losing motivation. That's a problem. We compared it to a car that ran out of gas. So what do I do when I run out of gas? Well, I need to put some gas in, right? So what does that mean? How do you gain back your motivation? So think about it this way: when you first fall in love, what happens when you first fall in love? Everything it's beautiful. The sun shines brighter. Everything is just great. You're in such a great mood. Everything's perfect. But over time, you get used to this person. You get used to the situation. Things change in a way where it just doesn't feel the same, right? Unfortunately. So people lost motivation in that love, in that relationship, in that fresh new start, right? And all of a sudden, they're used to it. So guess what happens to us? Human beings tend to not appreciate what they have because they're used to it. It's okay. It's normal. It's given. He's always gonna be here for me. I'm always gonna be here for him. Etc. She's always gonna be here for me. People take each other for granted. So we lose the motivation to do our job and love the other person. So what's gonna happen is that we need to learn to fuel that. So what will they tell you? Well, you need to go on a date, or you need to spend more time together. How about some communication? And in some serious cases, how about some counseling? All of this can help you revive that love. And that gives fuel for you to have the motivation to continue loving in that relationship. So the same way, we need to utilize tools. Our tools are our fuel that keeps us going, right? Watching this video can be a tool. Learning about this and reading a book can be a tool. Doing some research on motivation, how it works, how to get it, that can be a tool. Listening to your favorite music when you feel down, snapping out of those thoughts, going up to the mirror and manifesting some words of power, saying things like, if you feel like you lack the motivation to love, you can say that. You can go to the mirror and you can tell yourself, I love you, I love myself, I accept myself the way I am, I love others, I love my surroundings, I love those around me. Though if you want to target that love towards a specific person, great. So the fact of the matter is that words have power. um, what you do in your daily life, how you think, how you feel, and what you say is very powerful. It's like it could influence the world you live in. So if you're lacking motivation, you need to use the power of the words to help motivate yourself again, right? Talking to yourself positive things and saying affirmations is a great tool to motivate yourself. Another one that I love is that, you hang out with someone who all they do is speak negative and say negative things and complain. Unfortunately, that's going to affect you as well. So one of the best things that you can do is stay away from people like that and don't listen to that, because that's affecting you. That energy that you're listening to, it's almost like you're programming your brain. It's a computer, right? You're programming this computer to be to those words all of the time. So what you need to do is you need to go and listen to positive things. Go and listen to motivational videos on YouTube. Listen to a motivational podcast. Listen to someone who's motivational. Talk to that person that has a lot of energy and they're always positive and they're doing great in life. Learn to surround yourself by people who are up to something good that can help you. Those people with answers. Stop going to those people that are down. You need to fortify yourself, get the tools, get the strength, and then you can help these people, right? So tools are the key to life. I want to leave you guys with this. This is very important. Tools are the way of life. Tools are systems that are going to help you survive all of the situations, like depression, like fear, like lack of confidence, get out of bad situations in life, bad toxic relationships and things that affect you. It's super important to have life skills, to have tools that can help you, and to have a system. So that's why I want you guys to work on motivation. Leave me in your comments things that motivate you so we can all learn from that. And if you have something, and if you want to reach out to me because you have something personal to say, I'm more than happy. Like I told you guys, I have ears open to be able to conversate with you on a more personal level. And maybe there's something that I can do to motivate you to get back in track, right? So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Share it with anybody you think that can use it. It can be useful for. Again, I appreciate you guys for supporting me, for tuning in live, for sharing this, and for all the support that you give to me, my page, my family, and I appreciate it greatly. And I will be catching up with you guys on another live very soon. Until then, I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.